Back home, I'm a human rights activist. I'm an advocate of rape survivors because I'm a rape survivor. I know I can understand the pain of those rape survivors. I'm living in Eastern Congo, which is called the rape capital of the world, because 48 women are raped an hour. Babies of 6 months are raped in my community. I've been raped when I was only 6 by my cousin who was living with us at home. First of all, my father was disappointed to have a girl as a firstborn. I'm the eldest in my family. So my father was not happy to have girls. So he mistreats all the girls and my mom, saying that she's not able to give him a boy. He was beating her every night. So my cousin could rape me anytime he wanted. So he came with 5 of his friends and raped me during 2 years. During that time, I felt I was like just an animal. I was just something. I was crying every time. I didn't even play like children. I didn't play with anyone. I hated everyone. I couldn't talk in public because I think just I was like an animal. I didn't tell my parents because my cousin told me that if I'm trying to tell it to anybody, he will kill me. So I was afraid and I just kept silent. My father was paying his school fees. He was in university. I started refusing to go to school. So my mother thought that I had a boyfriend. She decided to get me to the hospital to verify my virginity. Then I was obliged to tell her the truth about my rape. She cried. She went to tell it to my father. But he was okay in saying that I was a prostitute and I don't have to live with him. At 12 years, I went on the street. I became a street child. And then my grandmother passed by the road and saw me. She decided to take me at her house because my father said that if I come back home, he put fire on our house and then he will kill us. So my mother just kept silent. Then I went to live with my grandmother, but I didn't like to live. I decided to kill myself. I tried 5 times, but it wasn't successful. One day I met a rape survivor. She was American. She didn't know that I'm a rape survivor because she was a missionary. She came and asked me a question. Do you know Jesus? I say, he doesn't exist because I'm a kid. I don't know why I lived bad things in my life. I didn't even ask my parents that I want to come in the world. So Jesus doesn't exist because I know you usually say that Jesus loves kids, but I know that he don't love me and he doesn't exist because my father was not Christian, but my mother was Christian. And every time when she was praying, my father was beating her, saying that she doesn't have right to pray in his house. So sometimes when she was praying, she was asking us to wait at the door. When we saw our father coming, we have to do a sign so that our mother could stop to pray, so that my father would not beat her. So I say, no, Jesus doesn't know us because my mother was praying. I was praying since I was so young, so he doesn't exist. She gave me a verse, John 10:10. I cannot say it in English. I know it in French. It's very easy for me in French. So,
what do you say in French?
In French is, le voleur ne vient que pour voler, mais moi je viens que pour sauver. The stealer come only to destroy. God come only to serve. Because she told me that she had been raped by her father and her grandfather. And I say, my God. I was thinking that Jesus forget me. And then I say, oh, okay, I will talk to him. So one day, I was in my room. I was praying. I was crying, saying that, Jesus, I don't know why you forget me. Why I lived so many bad things. I didn't ask you to create me. I didn't ask you to be a girl. So why can I live so many bad things? I was crying. But I was feeling better when I was crying. I can say I get peace in my heart. And I was doing it every day. I started going to church. I even started to sing, feeling better. After that, he said, you will never be okay if you don't pardon your father, even your cousin and his friends. I said, I can do it. He says, you know why your mother still living with your father? Because she knows Jesus. You have to think about it. And I say, okay, I will try. So one day I decided to go at our house. My father was not happy to see me, but I told him that I want to apologize. He asked me, why do you want to apologize? I say, because I hated you so much. He said, why? Because of what you did to our mother, what you did to all of girls, and what you say when my mother told you that I've been raped. You told me that I'm a prostitute while I was not. And he say, are you crazy? I say, no, I'm not. I came because I met Jesus. I know that he exists. He made me feeling better right now. And I want to feel more better. That is the reason why I came here to meet you. And he say, okay, I want to meet your Jesus one day. I did so many bad things to you, but I don't know why you came to apologize. He was so ashamed. After 2 years, he went to church with my mother. He's been baptized, but he was sick. He had AIDS, HIV. Yeah. Before he passed away, there is 10 years now, he apologized, but he became Christian. In 2010, I decided to create a network of girls activists which is taking care of those babies who are raped, those young girls under 12 years who are raped in my community. And since 2010, I served 300 young girls, rape survivors under 12, and 100 of them are homeless, as it was my situation. One day my pastor told me that you are doing a good job. He told me that you're gonna meet, how can I say it, the big men of the world. You will travel around the world. I say, oh, I don't believe you. But in December 2015, Times Magazine came in Congo, in Eastern Congo. They came for me. They want to know how to stop rape of those young girls in Congo. There is so many organizations which are fighting against rape in Congo, but they came for me. And I say, wow, that is very good. And they asked me a question to know how to stop it. And I said, it's not about money. It's about, I can say, the mind. Because, you know, organizations, sometimes I can say they victimize the victims of rape. I can say they use them to get found. And for me to stop violence, it's not about money. Victims of rape, they have to, for me, they have to meet Jesus. Because when I met him, I was feeling better. Even right now, I'm better. I can say I'm happy to be raped one day because of that, today I'm helping other people. And what I'm doing is to bring them to Jesus. What I did is to pardon my cousin and my father. I pardoned even his friends, and now I'm feeling better. I have peace in my heart. Those victims have to do. They have to live. They don't have to survive. They have to meet even Jesus. If they want to feel better, they have to accept to live. They have to give their lives to Jesus. They have to pardon their oppressors. I know that we have to make known our problems, even to talk about our cases. But in Congo, I can say there is no justice. Even when you are talking about your case, they don't care about it. So I can say we have a good judge, who is God. We have to talk, to take our problems to Him. He's the only one who can judge us. I told them that they have to know that they still have value. Because if I don't tell you that I'm a rape survivor, you never knew that I am one of them. So Jesus gave me value. Today I can talk to presidents. I can travel around the world to talk about what Jesus do in my life. So I told them that they have to live. They have to give their lives to Jesus. They have to know that they're still women. They are not victims but victorious. We have only to understand that we still have values as human. Right now, I will meet the President of the United States of America. I said, wow. Then I came, I met him. He gave me advices, and he even signed my certification. Sometimes when I worship my God, yes, I'm crying sometimes because I'm telling him that I'm happy to be a girl, to be a lady, to be a woman, because today I knew that I have value. I worship to be even a rape survivor. Because of that, today I help other rape survivors. Sometimes when I'm talking about my story, it brings back their smiles. And you know, all 300 girls I served, they are Christian today, and we are going together to church. Even for the ones who are homeless, we are going to church together. I don't ask for money. What I'm asking is only protection. When you have problem, you think that your problem is big than other problems. But when you hear problems of others, you realize that your problem is not big. That is the reason why sometimes I say to myself, yes, I have a problem, but my problem is not big than Jesus. Yes, I'm an orphan, but I have a father, because Jesus is the father of fatherless. I'm praying a God who is the solution of all problems. I just ask the grace of the Lord. I want Him to show me the best way. I don't have even secrets with Jesus, because when I'm talking to Him, I can say all things I want without crying, without shame. I just give Him. He's my solution. Yeah, He's my faithful friend.